If you're seeing this video, you're meant to, because I prayed before I posted it. And what I keep hearing and feeling is John 13:7. If you don't know what verse that is the one where Jesus says, you don't understand what I'm doing now, but someday you will. Somebody needs to know that whatever you're going through that you don't understand, because I myself have been going through something and I know what this is. You're not going to understand what God's doing in your life. You're going to question God. You're going to get mad at God. But listen to me. God knows what he's doing. And in my life, I'm seeing it. I've had to wait and wait on some things. But then all of a sudden, it's just like things are falling into place. So many different things are falling into place in my life. And it's like God's letting me see it. You know, this is why you had to wait for this one. This is why you had to go through this part. Now, I'm not saying that everything makes sense. I'm not saying that. But when God takes us through some of the hard storms and the hard situations in our lives, and he doesn't remove them, he makes us walk through them. It's always for a reason. And if you trust him, if you're seeking him, if you're praying, it's going to always be for your good. We can't expect God to work in our lives if we don't let him. But if you are praying and you're in a waiting season, remember John 13:7. You may not understand now, or you don't understand now what I'm doing, but someday you will. Jesus will let you know why you had to wait for what you're getting, why you had to go the long way around, because your blessing, the answer to your prayer, wouldn't be as full, wouldn't be as wonderful and abundant in your life if God didn't know exactly the right time to give it to you. And your part in this is to trust him, trust his timing. I know it is so hard to wait. I know it is. For a fact, I know it is. And it is not easy. And sometimes you get mad at people when they say, trust God in the waiting, worship God in the waiting. And you're frustrated, you're mad, you're impatient, because that's the human part of us. That is our flesh causing us to be that way. But fight it. You know, pray for God to give you the strength, because you want his answer. You want God's answer for your problem, for your situation, for whatever you're praying for, because you know it's the right one. And you've spent so much of your life, like I have, praying, but then getting impatient and not waiting on God. Because we only see, and I read a devotional today, we only see the past and the minute that we're in, the moment that we're in. God sees the whole past, even before our existence, that might affect our blessing that we're getting now, and the future, how it will affect us if we don't get it at the exact time, in the right way, and how God has it for us. God's plan is perfect. Even if we don't see it at the time, he will let us know. So whatever you're going through, try to remember, try so hard when it's the hardest, whenever you're at your most impatient, whenever you are your most fearful or anxious, remember John 13:7. You don't understand what I'm doing now, but someday you will. God will let you know, and it's gonna always be for your best. You know, it's hard to put that out of your mind. So whenever you start feeling like that, pick up the Bible. The hardest thing, because Satan's going to make sure it's hard for you. He wants it to be multiplied for you, and he's going to make that. He's going to put all those little anxious thoughts and feelings and stuff, and those feelings of being impatient and getting mad at God. Don't get mad at God. Don't get mad, because he's doing this for you. The waiting is for you. Okay? Pray while you're waiting. Pray for God to protect you while you're waiting. Pray for him to give you patience while you're waiting, because you want his answer. You want his guidance. You want what God has for you.